Howdy partners, it's your buddy John here. Welcome back to Europa Universalis. Last time we left off, we finally got our next territory here in Tonkawa. I'm really still considering about moving the capital here. I think that's going to be the best bet for us at the moment. However, I think I'm going to wait a little bit to do that. How are we doing on money? I really want to get the money situation improved a little bit here. Look at what kind of advisors we can get here. We get missionary strength, national unrest, production efficiency. I really like the way that sounds. We're not making enough money though at the moment, that's the problem. Sundance again. Okay, well this time I'll go ahead and just... let's go ahead and do it, I guess. I really want to start expanding a little more. I'm thinking our next place we're going to expand to is going to be Hasanai or Aish. Any of these here with lower aggressiveness and ferocity, I think I'll go for. I want to move up. I really want to move up into Teos too. Their aggressiveness is slightly higher. I'm gonna try to stay kind of close to the Waco area here, starting off. I really want to get a area on the coast here as soon as I can too, just to prevent anybody else from getting down there. We've just got like a couple of years left till 1492. That's usually about the time the Europeans start arriving. Last few times I've tried playing as some of the tribes and nations up here, I didn't really start seeing the Europeans till like 1530s. It kind of goes back and forth. Sometimes it'll be the Spanish, sometimes it'll be the Portuguese, which is kind of interesting to me. I'll get rid of that. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I guess jump off screen and I'll be back when something happens. We got the Ohio River Valley here now as an option to move merchants into. That's actually a little better. I think I want to move... what do we have in the Mississippi? Tabaquena. Let's go ahead, I think. Move him from there. And send him to the Ohio. I'll get us a little more money, I think. Seems like a better idea. I'm looking to... can't really build anything yet here. What should I put in the, over here in Waco? Let's see here. I think for the most part, what I'm going to do as far as fortifications go, I'm going to put those along the southern border here. Maybe a couple over here on the east. I think we'll be okay for the most part the rest of our territory. So I'm not going to really try to fortify those up as much. What should I put up here in Waco though? Let me see. Local goods produced modifier plus 50%. Local manpower modifier. It's between these two, I think, right now. We already have the storehouse in Tonkawa, which I think that was the right thing to do at the time. Look at this. Because that's really where we're getting the most money out of at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the Pueblo here. I'm trying to decide. I think the right thing to do here is I'm going to keep relations up with the Pawnee, keep the alliance going with them. However, the Pueblo, I want to keep good relations with them, but I want to avoid an alliance because they're probably going to come into conflict with whoever settles down here. Going to take the stability drop. We can afford it at the moment. They usually come into conflict with whoever's down here, and if I ally with them, I'll probably be called into any kind of war they come into with the Europeans. I think it's usually the Spanish or the Portuguese, and I really want to try to keep my distance from those kind of conflicts at the moment until I know we can actually handle ourselves in that kind of situation. We can build something else here. I'm gonna go ahead. Should I put it in Waco? Local manpower modifier, or I don't know. What's a good thing to put here? I could always just put something down and then replace it later. I'm thinking the Great Trail at the moment. What else we got here? Local tax modifier. Go ahead and slow speed down here real quick so I can try to... Nope. There we go. Okay. Manpower 250. What's it over here? 250. Trade power 0.7. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to put down the Great Trail. We'll do that. Corruption is one of the most common and frequent factors of political and economic life. Never in history was this more prominent than in the times of the feudal regimes. Try to eradicate the problem, lose 1 stability, or gain 3 inflation. Okay, I'm going to do that and boost stability real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. What am I looking for? Stability is... Oh, right here. Okay, go ahead and boost that. How are we doing? We've already got all the tech down here researched, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh yeah, last episode the Pawnee took over the Federation. I'm not really too concerned about that. Yeah, it could cause problems for us, but you know, for the moment, I think we're okay. We're about to get medieval administration here pretty soon. And 1493. Anything changing as far as we can see here? Not really. The Iroquois have carved out quite a bit of territory up that way. No, actually, I think that's what they start out with, isn't it? The Hurons seem to be doing pretty good. The Susquehannock. Nothing seems really to have changed that much. I'm not seeing any European nations yet. What we got up here? We got Salish and the Blackfoot, Kiowa and the Shoshone. What's this up here? The Chinook. Okay, they went north for some reason. That's the the Haida. Okay. There's no one down in California at the moment. So really nothing of interest going on at the moment here. With peace in our country, the great musicians, artists, and poets are rejoicing in the capabilities of entertaining their betters. This area of culture and cultural enlightenment, is definitely improving the mood of the Comanche. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and... I really want to start expanding some more. But I don't know about the money situation. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Enough talk. Just going to head in there. For a year, how much money are we losing? 0.61. It's not too bad. It could be doing better. Let's go ahead. I know this is a bad idea. I shouldn't be messing around with this, but I'm going to go ahead and just drop this down a little bit. Okay. Hopefully we don't come into any conflict with any big powers. Let's just invest in new technology. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, production efficiency increased by 5%. May support rebels. So this is actually... It might actually be good for us here now, because we might get a little more money coming in. What's the main product here? I think it's going to be fur. Let's see, what is the Savannah? Oh, really? I would have thought it'd been more wooded. That whole area of Texas out that way is really heavily forested. I mean, if you get up around This area here is pretty open, but around here, I think that's the Trinity. I think that's the Trinity River. Let me see here. Well, this is the Sabine. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, the area is usually should be pretty forested. So I'm not sure what we'll get out of this area here. Getting +2 a year. I think we'll be okay. Festivities this year looks to be such a prosperous year that Tanenko Tanema, as a gesture of goodwill, has decided to celebrate by arranging various festivities for the locals. Arrange for the festivities, gain 1 stability, or such nonsense, wasting money like that. Gain 1 base tax in Tonka. I'll go ahead and just take stability. I think that'll be better overall than just gaining 1 base. Well, I don't know. I'll do the stability there. Okay. Anything really change? Oh, there's a couple wars going on this way. Is this the Chickasaw and the Osage? Wait, who's in control here? Occupied by the Osage. Oh, okay, I see. I guess the Osage are trying to annex the Chickasaw? Because I think this is the Chickasaw's only territory, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Anything else going out here? Not really. It's kind of weird how the Choctaw are growing, though. Well, we've got it up to kind of going positive, not really. It's at least saying where it is. I was getting kind of concerned about how we were losing money, so I kind of messed around with it. We are down to 0 a year, though, so hopefully I can get a little more money coming in, and then I'll just push it back up a little bit. Let's see here. Growing the average colony by an average 51 people per year, so that's not too bad, actually. Money reforms, enact them, gain 1, lose 1 inflation, lose 1 stability, or gain... We'll do that. Now we're going back into negative. It seemed to help, but not really. So that was pointless. Yeah, what... Where should I go from here? Let's see. Can invest in new technology. Let's go ahead and do that. What do we got? Eastern Swarm. We don't have any cavalry at the moment, so that really won't get us anything. What will that get us? Base cost, North American. 200. What does that say? Keeps going way too fast. We'll take it. Whatever. Get infantry shock plus 0.20. Cavalry shock plus 0.20. Combat width increased by 5. Okay. What are we doing over here? Getting 1 in a year now. Okay, so we get fur out of here. That's good. Which would be... Well, right now it's at 2 ducats, while the yarn we're getting here is 2.5. Oh, that war ended. Looks like they just went for a white peace. Or maybe it wasn't a conquest war as I thought. Let's go ahead and take that. That really won't do us any good because we don't have any ports, and if we did, we really wouldn't be able to do anything with them. I think it's going to be a while before we can actually build ships, even after we get a port. Some of our grain farms are having an excellent year, allowing us to feed more troops and so increasing our manpower. Okay? Max colonial range 100, trade efficiency increased by 5? Naval morale increased by 0.10. Doesn't really affect this. Naval maintenance increased by 10%, and settler growth increased by 15. The settler increase might be good. How's that doing for us here? See, now it's up to 4. Okay. We could work with this. Might even be able to cut spinning back a little more to try to... Well, that's actually improving too. We'll let it go a little while longer, see what happens. I don't know why we're getting updates on this still. I guess because technically the Shoshone and us are the same culture, that might be why. But, yeah, the Shoshone have declared war upon their new enemy, the Kiowa. Humiliate as their casus belli. Where are the Kiowa? Oh, that's the Arapaho. I thought that was the Kiowa. Oh, they're up here. That's kind of weird. The Kiowa, in reality, they settled in Oklahoma. But for some reason, they've chosen to go to the northwest. It's like they're heading up into Canada, like British Columbia. It's kind of interesting to see how things change, because I think the Blackfoot also, they actually settled over here around the Great Salt Lake in Utah. So it's kind of interesting to see how things change in this game compared to history. Well, things down here pretty much staying the same, I think. Of course, nobody can really move around that much with the Pueblo right there. We've gotten into the 1500s here, I just noticed, and I'm still not seeing anything, so it's kind of interesting. I'm just kind of getting a little nervous about what will happen when the Europeans start arriving, how I'll be able to protect the area I have here. I'm curious about something. What is... That's part of that territory. Don't know why I was interested in that, I just was. Anyway, partners, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to click like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. It really helps me out. How are we doing on here before we leave? I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll do fine there. Anyway, thanks for watching, partners. I will see y'all next time. Bye. Hello. Okay.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob that plane. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
You know, violence is usually my last resort.